everyone, and welcome back. I know, surprising. Welcome back to the last Banter podcast. I'm your host, Alan, and the only person joining me today is...
I'm not here.
Yeah, it's Sean. It's Sean the intern, everybody.
I'm not here.
Christian's not here because his mom kicked us out of his house.
He has a mom?
Or is that his sister?
7.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, anyways, she said that we couldn't stay there anymore. Something about we might give them coronavirus. So we said, all right.
Totally my fault. Sorry.
God damn it, Sean. So we were sent back to our houses. I'm back in my studio. And Sean was sent back to China. He's actually recording in his studio in China.
Yes, I have a studio in China.
How is the studio, Sean?
I totally am in China, and I definitely see what the heck's happening in China. Yes, I totally know.
Yes. Anyways, we have a couple of announcements. One, we want to change up the schedule of the podcast release. It's kind of hard for us to sit down and record, considering
not sitting.
I didn't ask you, Sean, but it's kind of hard for us to...
Are you trying to say Asian people can't sit? Huh? Are you trying to say it? Are you trying to say that? Huh?
No, Sean, that's not what I'm saying.
No, is that what you're trying to say? Because I understand if you're going to say that. Because yeah.
Anyways, like I was saying, we're taking a short break. Well, more like a change, so we can record the podcast at the most convenient of times for us. We still have like schoolwork and other personal things we have to do. But
what's a school?
But we have some good news. In exchange for that gap between podcasts, I will be doing some reviews of like TV shows, movies, video games, stuff like that. And maybe Sean could do a review or two.
I never wanted to be here.
Well, too bad. We kind of forced you to be here anyways. So you're stuck with us, whether you like it or not, Sean.
Escape one day.
Anyways, so let's go over our first topic today, which is a pretty dull topic, which is the weather. For those of you who don't know, we're based off the West Coast, except for Sean, who's on China. But I don't know how it is in China, but it's kind of hot over here.
Oh yeah. You sure about that?
Yes, I'm very sure about that. Suddenly it went from raining to and winter weather to like immediately 90 degree, 80 degree weather.
I mean, to be fair, it is spring, so.
Yeah, you're true about that, but I thought it would be more like balanced out, where it's like 70 degrees with like wet.
So this is
wind.
California we're talking about, all right? When is it ever balanced here?
It's never balanced. You either get too hot or too hot. I mean, that's our weather.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, I think it's better if we're at home with our own air conditioning, which is reliable, and not the schools. Our schools.
Air conditioning. I like that word. I totally have air conditioning. I totally don't have a fan right next to me. Funny.
Is it like one of those small USB fans where you just plug it into your phone and it starts?
That's very funny of you, Alan. USB. Funny.
Yes, I'm very funny. But speaking of heat waves, despite the whole, there's 2 million people infected with one of the most I'd say, dangerous diseases so far, well, more infectious diseases out there, people still don't listen. And thousands of people have actually decided to go over to the beaches. Thousands of people going to a beach where you can't really, how do I say? I mean, you can social distance, but it's still risky because it's a bunch of people. It's like if you went to Coachella. It's just too many people in one area. Like, what do you think, Sean?
What do I think about what?
About people going to the beach, even though it's still at stay-at-home orders.
I feel like the beaches are nice, and they should definitely go to the beaches because it's nice there. That is my stance on this situation that we are in.
Anyways, Chief Mitchell Moore, who's the chief of police of LAPD, he said, as temperatures climb, it's important to remember that the mayor's safer at home order is still in effect. Sacrifices we make today will keep our fellow Angelenos safe and allow us to get back to our LA way of life. We are in this together. Why do they always say Angelenos? Like, is that what we call ourselves? Angelenos?
Well, you have to get used to it. It's Angelenos, and you cannot say anything about that.
I mean, like, what do you call people from, like, San Diego or something?
Angelenos?
They're not Angelenos because they don't live in Los Angeles.
Angelenos. No questions.
No question.
No question.
But the officers say that they're just encouraging people just to stay at home. They're not really going to like give you tickets or something like that because it's the police. It's too many people, too big of an area. Their jobs are already harder, so let's try not to make it harder for them.
Let's make it harder for them.
God damn it, Sean.
I want to see the world burn.
But, we're just talking about our region, our Southern California. But what about what's going on in the other world?
Yes, because I'm definitely in Southern California right now.
Yeah. So, Sean, since you're broadcasting live from China, you do realize there's one country near China that's going through a bit of a rough time.
Who? What? Who is going with a rough time? I didn't see this.
This would be the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, otherwise known as North Korea.
Oh.
They're not going through a great time.
Cool. I don't care.
So, I mean, they're your neighbors, Sean. You should care.
Just because they're neighbors doesn't mean I can give a shit about what the heck is happening over there, man. Look, alright? I am in China. I am totally in China. And I definitely do not care about what the heck is happening in Korea right now. And that is my stance on the situation.
North Korea. So, for those who don't know, North Korea is a communist country where all the power belongs to the government. And the government is run by this one guy. His name is Kim Jong-un.
Who the fuck is that?
The supreme leader of North Korea, Sean.
I don't believe you.
Yes, I'm surprised there's not a Kim Jong-dos.
Shut the fuck
up. But basically, the whole world was basically kind of freaking out / celebrating because it was reported that he was going through health issues, and he was going to go into surgery. But since he went to surgery, the surgery was kind of, it failed or it was botched in some way. But basically, it ended up making the supreme leader of North Korea in like a coma in a way.
Okay.
So people were thinking, oh my god, he's gonna die.
Good. I mean, bad.
I mean, forever, Sean. China's watching.
What do you mean China's fucking watching? China's never.
China's friends with North Korea.
Hey, I'm not friends with North Korea, so it doesn't matter.
But it basically put into question that what does happen if he will die? Well, the most likely scenario is that his sister takes over. And I didn't even realize he had a sister.
Which is probably better than him.
Probably. But
Hold on, give me a second. I need to go check this. Kim Jong-un's sister.
yeah, when you look it up, it's, what's her name? Kim Yo-jong. I'm not Korean, but I'm sorry if I butchered that. But she's basically the youngest sister. She's the youngest member. She's the vice director of propaganda and agitation department of the Workers' Party of China. So basically, in hindsight, she's the propaganda lady in public relations.
Okay.
And people are thinking, well, this would cause like some sort of like civil war where some people are going to say, oh, his sister should take over or someone else should take over. And it's just like a lot of us are just sitting back and watching the events unfold and seeing how this could go.
As I said, I want to see the world burn. So.
Anyways, on to other news. Let's talk about what we've been doing in quarantine.
Oh, it's fun. I've just been playing Pewdiepie Tuber Simulator. You should definitely play it. I mean, what? Oh, no, it's fine.
Not a sponsor.
It's not a sponsor, but it may be a sponsor. Who knows?
Yeah, not a sponsor, Sean. Could be a sponsor. I wonder if we can have PewDiePie sponsor us. That'd be great.
No.
We could actually pay you if that did happen.
The chances of
But-
PewDiePie actually knowing that we have a podcast is 0 to none. So there's.
Yeah, it's enough. We could just talk to him on Reddit.
Oh, really? Now you're gonna go make a Reddit post and saying, "Oh, PewDiePie, you should definitely come on our podcast. Definitely, totally."
Totally, man. We get Mr. Beast in here too, and do a 24-hour Sean only challenge. Boom, $1,000. But
if that actually happens, I'd be freaking surprised you even got to like in contact.
yes. But what have you been doing in quarantine, Sean? What are some of the...
I have been playing things on my Nintendo Switch.
Like what? What have you been playing, Sean?
Have you heard of this game called Ninjala? Yes, Ninjala is a game about ninjas, and then they are going to be in a battle royale. Haha, funny. And then you are
Are they
do stuff.
actually going to be in a battle royale?
Well, battle royale is a term that you should use for battle royales. My brain does not work now. Give me a second.
But, you know, with quarantine, we find ourselves kind of bored. So we go to TV or like Netflix or something and just watch stuff. So what have you been watching, Sean?
Oh yeah, I've been watching.
Like what shows? You've been watching fish anime. Oh my lord.
Now take a gander of what the heck fish anime could possibly be.
It's about people and fishes. That's what I'm gonna guess.
Well, you're wrong, so.
People make sushi. So, I'm sorry. I think sushi is the fish one.
Loyal anime viewers, you should know this one because you know fish anime, alright? And I'm just gonna keep this a secret from Alan because Alan does not know anime. Yes.
Well, Sean, it's because I can't always watch anime. I gotta watch some other stuff every now and then.
Like what kinds of things, huh? What kind of
I've been watching the final season of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Definitely not a sponsor.
I don't care about Star Wars. Just like how Michael Reeves does not care about Harry Potter. You don't know that reference.
Yes, I do. Do know who Michael Reeves is. You can't.
All right, then do you know what video that reference was from?
Oh shoot! Is that the one where he tases himself to death?
Keck W, it's not actually because you're wrong.
I need to go back and watch more of Michael Reeves' videos.
Yeah, it's not even on this channel.
Yeah, but if you're just bored, watch YouTube. YouTube's literally the one place where you can watch content almost daily, just daily in general. Because there's endless amounts of videos out there where you can just watch or like listen to and just have a good time and enjoy yourself.
You can also play Cookie Run Oven Break. That is definitely not a sponsor. We're gonna make a lot of sponsor jokes.
We are, but just if you want to spend your quarantine listening to us, then do it. We kind of need it. That'd be great. But let's talk about games, because me and Sean are epic gamers, right, Sean?
Epic gamer. I'm totally gaming right now.
Yeah, epic gamers. So let's talk about the first game that's recently released. That's kind of big, and it's anime-ish. We're talking about the Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I do not care about Final Fantasy VII.
Maybe you not, but I do, and maybe the viewer does. But the Final Fantasy VII Remake is out. And I've actually played it. I've wasted the last part of my week trying to play this game. And to put it shortly, it's everything you expect, a little bit more, and then a lot less.
I don't understand, but I guess this is your kind of like review on it, but
Yeah, let me run it down for you. The original Final Fantasy VII came out on PlayStation in let's see here. Hey, no sleeping. This is my time to talk. Sean, wake up.
What? Oh, what were you talking about, huh?
We're doing our Final Fantasy VII thing, but the original came out in 1997. Sean, wake up! Don't make me get the Chinese Communist Party to get you.
Look, man, all right? Just hear me out real quick. Nobody cares about what kind of facts you're spitting out for Final Fantasy VII, all right? Tell me about the game and why is it so important.
Okay, the game is so important because, when it came out, it was good. It's RPG. It's based.
That's not really an excuse of why the game is good.
Okay, it was good because people like the characters.
I mean, that's one of the reasons, I guess. But
the world.
Other reasons.
The world, where the first part of the game, you play in this city called Midgard, which is a city stacked on top of a city, and it's powered by the planet. Just to like sum it up, you play as Cloud Strife,
I wonder who I'm playing as. Yeah, I totally don't know who Cloud Strife is.
Yes. You play as Cloud Strife, who's a mercenary, a super soldier. Actually, it's just soldier mercenary, aka your anime boy protagonist, as he helps out Avalanche, which is, well, they're terrorists, but they're environmental terrorists. Right, Sean? Let's commit terror.
What the heck is an environmental terrorist? Is there a freaking difference between a terrorist and an environmental one?
Yes, basically what they do is they destroy the power source of the city because it's killing the planet, but at the cost of destroying part of the city, having people go without power, which is kind of a necessity nowadays. And, basically destroying a bunch of jobs, wrecking the economy. You see where I'm going here, Sean?
No.
Regardless, if you're trying to save the planet, carrying out terrorist attacks is not exactly great.
Well, seeing Cloud Strife, he's definitely gonna do some good stuff, alright? And that is a fact.
Yeah, but Cloud's cool. He's always been cool. But I don't get why people make him emo in all the other games he's in.
Speaking of cool, do you think Joker is cool from Joker, the Persona game? That is definitely Persona.
Yeah, we'll talk about Persona 5 Royal later. But
Futaba is best girl, if you didn't already know.
Yeah.
She is definitely not underage. Not like everybody in the game. Everybody is definitely overage, and nobody is underage.
Definitely. But the difference between Final Fantasy VII, the original, which was turn-based, Final Fantasy VII, the remake, plays like Kingdom Hearts.
I don't know what Kingdom Hearts is. What's a Kingdom Heart?
God damn it, Sean.
Sora, are you talking about Sora from what was his name? Hold on, give me a second. Let me just this Sora. That reminds. Oh right, No Game No Life, which is my favorite anime. That is totally going to get a second season. I love No Game No Life, man. It's so great. You should definitely watch it while you're in quarantine.
Definitely. It's on Netflix. You can also watch the movie, right, Sean?
You can watch the movie on Steam. It is not out yet, but it's there.
But after going through the Final Fantasy VII remake, I'd say it's pretty good. I like it for the most part. I think the one problem I just had with it was the fact that you can't you can't have your other characters in your party do other things when you're not controlling them, because the gameplay is you shift between characters and you can attack as them and then all that. You can only control one person at a time, and you can't make it so you can have this one character set on defense or offense or support. You have to manually go back and switch between them, which is kind of a little frustrating at times. But that's just my one real problem. Other than that, the game is pretty good. It's I'd give it A-. It's pretty good. So now let's go on to the next game in the series. Next game we're going to talk about and not spend a lot of time with is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, which came out of nowhere.
Came out of nowhere is an obligatory term, but
yes, it came out of nowhere because the last Call of Duty game came out in November, December, January, February, March, April. That's 6 months.
Have you heard of the Call of Duty cycle?
The Call of Duty cycle. Every game gets released?
Basically. A new game every single year. and then that game is going to be hated, and then they're going to look at the old games, and then they're going to be like, that's a good game. And then they're going to be like, yo, they're going to like the game now. And then
They're
that's
going to like
this year. Since probably there's not going to be a new Call of Duty game,
this year.
the cycle is going to be broken like last year of how everybody predicted that there's not going to be a Call of Duty game, but there was actually a Call of Duty game. And that is the Call of Duty cycle.
Yeah.
It's never ending.
Which it's weird that they just release it out of nowhere. But it's just the campaign. Which, I mean, no one plays Call of Duty for the campaign nowadays.
That's a lie. I know plenty of people that played the campaign. I'm telling you.
Okay. Look, Sean, not everyone is.
As Black Ops 3 man always said, train go boom. And that is the campaign.
Train go boom.
Look, man. Alright. That is all you need to know for Call of Duty 3. Black Ops 3, I mean. That is all.
Train go boom.
Exactly.
And Black Ops 4, train doesn't go boom.
Well, I mean, train kind of goes boom. The paint train, that is. And speaking of paint train, ever heard of Doom?
Oh, you mean Doom Eternal? AKA, definitely not a sponsor. One of the best things to come out of this planet since water?
Animal Crossing is also. Ever heard of Animal Crossing's new update? It's called Crazy Red, and then Crazy Red is here, and I'm going to get him, and I'm going to beat him.
But let me describe it for you, what the games are. If you want to shoot people in a linear fashion and just see a beloved game remade, go play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. If you want to, shoot people and destroy demons with absolutely everything at your disposal and feel like you're on some sort of drug rush, go play Doom Eternal. If you want to just chillax, have fun, play with your friends, try to chase them around, owe Tom Nook a bunch of money, go play Animal Crossing New Horizons. And if you're a weeb, go play Final Fantasy VII.
I mean, you don't really have to. See,
yeah.
It's not mandatory.
It's not mandatory. It's only a PS4 exclusive.
Yeah, exactly. And you should definitely go buy yourself a PS5 when it comes out because it's definitely very cheap. Hey, have you ever heard of the iPad Pro?
Oh no.
It's definitely worth the money. It's totally not $1,000.
Totally worth it. But you know what else is a PS4 exclusive?
Oh yeah, right. My favorite person from the Persona series.
Persona 5 The Royal is now out for PS4. Having played it, it's basically everything you expect and more. And it's amazing. It's beautiful.
Akechi dies.
Akechi dies. You know who else dies? Your entire party.
Morgana goes snap. He doesn't feel so well.
He doesn't feel so good. I feel like we gotta explain Persona 5 to people who are not weebs.
Alright, let's see here. Persona 5 is a JRPG where you are this man called the Akira, or whatever the fuck his name is now, and then you go on an adventure with your friendo Palorino buddy, partner guy, Ryuji Tsukumoto. He is a man. That's it. That's his leading features. There's this guy he is very cool. He also has a daughter. He is not his daughter. She is not his daughter, I mean. Desert. There's a river in it. That's it. That's all you need to know.
10 out of 10, go buy it now.
Yes, I agree.
But let's talk about 5G, aka what Sean can get, and his phone could probably still be more better than my phone.
Huh? What?
5G. So you know about 4G, right?
What the heck is a 4G?
Like your data to your phone, your
What the
internet
fuck is
connection.
data? I thought data was stored in the phone.
Okay. You know how when you're not at home that you can use the internet on your phone?
No.
Well, imagine that, but it's even more faster. That's 5G.
I don't understand. This
So
is
basically-
some language that I don't understand.
Is it, Sean? But it's just basically you can use the internet but faster with 5G. And, you know, I wonder who owns it. I think it's Samsung that has, like, most of the 5G towers. And get ready for this. Some people think that 5G is the cause for coronavirus.
Oh, of course. How would we have never known this? It was the
How
cause.
have-
I knew it.
Yes, definitely. Remember when the virus was just spread through coughing on each other?
Mhm.
But, I mean, this can kind of change the way phones are, considering that T-Mobile and Sprint have basically combined. They're now one company. You ready for this? So they went from T-Mobile Incorporated and Sprint Corporation. You know what it's called now?
What's a Sprint?
The guy with the guy in the commercial's named Paul. That's Sprint.
Paul. Who the fuck is Paul?
It's
Paul Plop?
God damn. Yeah. But yeah, T-Mobile, Sprint, they combined. You'd think they would be called T-Sprint or something like that. No, it's just called the new T-Mobile. Which is
Cool.
cool. Yep. And funny enough, one of their board of directors left the company.
Now I don't know about you, but that's pretty.
That's pretty good, yeah. Anyway, Sean, I think it's time for us that we, take a nice short break, and we will be back in a little bit to talk about some awesome stuff. So, you have anything to say before we go to break, Sean?
I like to eat bread.
Do you? So, enjoy this song. This is Chill by Sakura Hertz. And we're back from our break. We hope that you enjoyed that song. Thankfully, this time it was not copyrighted. So, we hope you enjoyed it. So now, Sean, how was that break? How did you feel?
Yes.
What'd you think of the song?
The song was the song.
The song was the song. Now, Sean, you've been unenthusiastic, but now we get to talk about something you really do like.
No, what could possibly be better?
This is something that's near and dear to your heart. It's a movie called Konosuba, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World, Legend of Crimson.
That's been out for like 2 months now.
But we haven't really discussed it, in depth. And you're the Konosuba expert.
What do you mean by describing it? Like, what do you mean? What could you possibly mean?
What do you think of it? Like, what's your thoughts? How'd you feel? Like it? Do you not like it?
Explosion. That's my concession. That's my opinion on the whole movie.
Your whole opinion on the whole movie.
Yes, my biggest, fattest opinion of the whole movie.
So let me run down about what this whole Konosuba thing is. Konosuba is an anime about a guy named Kazuma. So Kazuma's an intelligent guy. He stays at home voluntarily. He doesn't come into contact with people. And one day he decides to save somebody, and he dies. Sean, do you want to describe how he dies in great depth?
Why do we have to fucking talk about how he dies when we're talking about a goddamn movie?
I'm just kidding. But he dies, he meets this goddess, goddess makes fun of him, he decides, alright, I'm going to be reincarnated and you're coming with me. And he meets this wizard who's basically kind of stupid. And this other lady who's a crusader, but we don't talk about her. And they go on dumb adventures because they're broke. So the movie explores this wizard girl and where she comes from. Right, Sean?
Mm-hmm.
So run me down. Who is this wizard? Why do we care about her?
Explosion.
Explosion. So who is this?
That's all you need to know. Explosion. That's all you need to know.
Explosions?
Yeah, explosion.
All right.
That's it. That's all you need to know.
So this wizard is named Megumin. And basically, she has delusions of grandeur, aka she's thinking she's the hottest thing around since sliced bread.
Mm-hmm.
And, she acts a little bit like Sean here. And she decides to dedicate... nothing, Sean.
What do you mean, huh?
Nothing. I mean nothing, Sean. You should totally believe me.
I do not believe you.
Yes, you definitely should.
I don't believe you.
Believe me. Believe the propaganda.
Nope, I don't believe anything.
Yes, you definitely should.
I don't believe in shit.
Like I was saying, Megumin is this super cool wizard, and she decides, instead of balancing everything out to where I can just be an awesome wizard, she decides I'm gonna dedicate my entire skill points and all my magic to one spell. And Sean, what's that one spell?
I forgot.
You say it all the time, Sean.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
It goes boom. It goes boom, and there's a bunch of fire. What do you call it?
Fireball.
No, not a fireball. It's a little bigger, and it explodes.
Nope, doesn't come to mind. I don't remember.
Yeah, you definitely don't remember.
Was it? Oh, I think I know what it was. It was steel, right?
No, it's definitely not steel.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's always steel.
So the whole movie is about the backstory of this.
Something reminds me that when you use steel, there was something black.
Shut up. We don't talk about that. Anyway.
Something reminds me of something black that is related to steel. I don't know, but it was something related.
Anyways, so Megumin and her group of friends decide we're gonna go back home to her village where almost everybody is like her. And I mean everybody.
Almost everybody. Almost everybody. Almost.
Who's the exception?
Do not fucking forget Union, you idiot.
I didn't forget Union. No one forgets. So they go back to her village, which is full of people exactly like her, who are awesome wizards, but they're also kind of stupid. And it's just
stupid is not a way I would put it. More like overpowered, but just so overpowered that yeah. Basically Chunibyo, but not Chunibyo, but very powerful Chunibyo, and actually very, 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 very Chunibyo. That's all.
For those who don't know, Chunibyo is a word used to describe kids who have delusion of grandeur or thinking they are some sort of superhero, usually when they're in their early teens. That's the best way to describe it. So yeah, her whole village is exactly like her. She has a little sister who wears a cape.
Mm-hmm.
She has a mom who tries to force the main character, not the wizard, the Cosmo guy, and her daughter to sleep in the same room. And to remind you, Megumin's canonically 14 years old. She's 14 years old.
Canonically. When's her birthday again?
I don't know.
Tell me, when was her birthday? Give it to me. Wait, hold on. Like, I need to know the year as well, alright? We need to know the year.
Sure. Let me definitely go to the awesome, reliable website that's known as
Oh yeah,
Google.
don't ask why I need this information as well. You don't need to know.
I should definitely need to know this information.
No you don't, idiot.
She's 14 years old.
And what year was she born in?
They don't say. So
we'll just say by let's see here. Oh yeah, 2020, right? By 2020, she's probably when was the Konosuba? When was Konosuba first released?
Konosuba light novel release date, because that's where we're definitely going off of the release date.
Mm-hmm.
October 1st, 2013, and then
2013. All right, that's the manga light novel, right? All right, perfect. You know what this means, right? This means she was either born earlier than 2013, or she's basically born, or she was basically born before 2013. You know what this fucking means, right?
What does it mean, Sean?
She's actually fucking 21 years old by now.
Oh my lord.
You know what this fucking means? You know what this means? You know what this fucking means?
Sean,
you know what this
this
fucking
is a kid's show, Sean.
You know what this fucking means, huh? You know what this
Sean, this is a kid's show.
You know what this fucking means? You know
no,
what this
Sean.
Means? You know what this fucking means? You know what this
What does it mean, Sean? What?
You know what this fucking means? You know what it means? You know what it means? It means that she's fucking legal. that is my consensus on this situation. Thank you for listening to my speech.
But yeah, but basically, Konosuba is a comedy series which takes elements of standard of most anime and just flips them on their head. For example, Megumin, she's a wizard. You'd think she'd be super powerful, but she dedicates her entire life and magic to one skill, and she's useless after that. Our other cast of characters is Kazuma, our main protagonist, who in other animes, the protagonist is unintentionally perverted or a scumbag. Here, he's intentionally a scumbag. He does very smart things. Right, Sean?
Mm-hmm. I agree with that I agree with that statement.
Yes. His best abilities is that he can win in any game of rock, paper, scissors.
He is also a man of true gender equality. You cannot.
He's a man of true gender equality. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's Aqua, aka the goddess who made fun of Kazuma.
Mm.
And you'd think a goddess would be useful, but she's not.
Look, man. All right, we don't need another. We don't need We don't need every single thing about this anime. So you just skip to the part where we talk about the movie. All right. We don't need to know about every single goddamn freaking character.
So the movie is not actually made by the anime crew. It's made by a different anime crew. You know who it's made by, Sean? The people who made One Punch Man Season 2.
Oh, right. Madhouse was the season 1.
Season 1. JC Staff took over.
JC Staff. Right.
So, what do you think of it? What do you think of this movie? Give me your. But basically, when you look at it as the movie, when you look at reviews, basically it's given almost all 5 stars, with occasional 4 stars, and just 1 third star, which means this movie is actually pretty good. And it is pretty good.
It is very good. I know.
If you have just a slightly twisted sense of humor, you're going to like this movie. Or watch... do you really need to watch the show in order to understand the movie?
Probably yes. You probably do have to fucking watch the anime to know the movie. If you just go to the freaking movie and look at this freaking wizard that only knows one freaking spell, you're probably just wondering why the fuck is this even an anime. You should probably watch the goddamn anime before you go into the movie.
Yeah, so my recommendation, you should probably watch the anime just to know how the characters are, how the tone is, because Konosuba in itself, it's meant to be it's meant to be a parody or making fun of anime tropes, like the anime protagonist, the useless goddess, the masochistic good-willed person, or the wizard who's useless after one attack. It's just, the show is so funny, and the movie definitely captures that, where every character feels like their show counterparts. I believe everyone from the show, like the voice cast, is the same in the movie. And when you can hear their dialogue and their, scenes where they have to be a bit louder, you can tell how much energy and love and passion they have just from their performances. It's a really good performance from everybody. It's like, how do I describe it? It's like watching Will Smith, where Will Smith can sometimes be a little bad, but he can mostly be good, and he just he just likes to have fun. That's how Konosuba the movie is. It's good, and you should just have fun while you watch it. Laugh out loud, get some popcorn, enjoy the movie. So, I highly recommend if you're just bored, just watch Konosuba, the anime, which you can watch on Verve, Crunchyroll, or any other anime streaming platform.
You should watch the dub version because the dub version is very, very okay.
That's okay. As for the movie, Sean, where would we watch this movie? Where can we watch this movie?
You can watch this movie in the theater near you, or you could go watch it on kissanime.com. Definitely not a sponsor. You should also go actually, be legal and, go on Crunchyroll and actually watch it over there. That is my consensus on the situation. But Alan's a poor boy, so he can't actually goddamn buy it.
Yes, I am poor. But, I still love the movie. It's actually pretty good. But if I had to give it a 1 to 10 scale, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. A really good time. Sean, what do you give it out of 10?
Out of 10?
Yes.
I've only read the manga, and I'm trying to get enough money to read the light novel. But my consensus on it is that the princess is not in there, so it's 0.
I'm talking about the movie, Sean.
Exactly. The movie
0.
didn't have the princess character, so it's 0. You don't understand what I'm talking about because you didn't even read the manga or the light novel.
No, Sean, because I just watched the anime. I haven't read the manga.
You anime freak.
I should probably read the manga.
Yes, you should.
But, I have a lot of stuff to do, Sean, so I'll get to it eventually.
What do you mean by a lot of stuff to do?
I have a lot of stuff to do, Sean.
And what are these kinds of stuff, huh?
I have to, manage this channel, Sean. I have to manage the podcast.
But what do you mean by managing?
One, I have to shoot. 1, I have to record with you. 2, I have to edit. 3, that's it. Editing takes a lot of time.
Look, man, all right. I don't understand what you mean.
Basically, there's some things that watch Konosuba, it's a great series. Because, it's a fantasy series. And you know what else is fantasy?
Shield anime. Not Shield Hero. No. The other Shield anime.
Shut up. We don't talk about that.
You don't understand what I'm talking about because you don't watch anime. You don't have Funimation.
I don't, because I'm poor.
Well,
anyway.
You should.
Well, what I was saying of what else is fantasy, Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons is cool.
Yeah. So, Sean and Christian have recently gotten me into Dungeons and Dragons because they are trying to get into Dungeons and Dragons as well. Right, Sean?
No.
Yes. Yes, we are. And so, considering how much time we now have, Dungeons and Dragons actually sounds like a fun idea to do, considering you have more time during quarantine. You can just hop onto Roll20 and just play with your friends.
If you have friends.
If you have friends. Or just go on Roll20, search for a game, and there's probably a lot of games that will help you out. But probably a lot of people have heard of Dungeons and Dragons. But what exactly is Dungeons and Dragons?
I don't know.
Sean, what is Dungeons?
I don't know what the heck a Dungeons and Dragons is.
Yes. So Dungeons and Dragons is a tabletop game where you could basically make your own character. There's one person who's the dungeon master, and he's basically making up the story, making up all the enemies, and he's trying to screw you over.
Screwing you over is a weird term to put as yes.
See, you have to agree with me because the whole dungeon master is just manipulating
The
everybody.
dungeon master could be nice. Who knows?
I mean, he could be nice. Then he could be someone like me, where I will just like to throw as many goblins, dragons, or demogorgons at me.
Goblins. Have you heard of this anime called Goblin Slayer?
Sean, stop plugging in anime.
I love Goblin Slayer so much.
Especially the first episode.
Yes, I agree. For
So-
once.
So me being a complete noob about Dungeons and Dragons, you know what? I decided I was gonna make my own character of Dungeons and Dragons. And Sean, tell me what you thought of my character.
He is very charismatic, which is not what Alan is in real life.
Exactly. What are my skills? What's the one thing I'm good at?
Oh, but of course, his renowned skill, unarmed strike, my favorite.
Unarmed strike. Yes, I can just punch the enemy. Not like a kung fu way, just like whacking them with my fist. Because to be fair, I was kind of dumb and I didn't realize how how D&D worked. To see where like Sean had like this whole in-depth character with stats and magic and everything, and me with unarmed strike. But hopefully, we could probably find a campaign to actually play. If anyone wants to play with us, just roll 20, invite us, or we'll invite you to a game of Dungeons and Dragons. But we're still trying to figure out how it works. Anyways, let's talk about our next incident involving online things. Sean, you are a frequent visitor of Twitch, right?
Frequent is term. Yes.
Yes. So, you must have heard the news about Twitch.
What?
So, a popular streamer on Twitch, her name is Alanini or something like that. Basically, there's an entire storm of, how do I say this? Of internet hate towards her because she finally got banned.
Okay.
She got banned for a nip slip. And Twitch is like, okay, you're not supposed to do that, but we're gonna wait a couple of hours before we lay the strike. We lay the ban on him. But the thing is, this is just one of many incidences. This Twitch streamer was known for throwing her cat. Now, I'm no PETA, but throwing your cat doesn't exactly sound kind of nice. It sounds kind of
Throwing
wrong.
Animals.
Shut up. But she threw her cats. Let me grab the entire list of what she did. So, pulling up. She found herself in another controversy. And then, being banned is just like, there was just an entire uproar about people trying to ban her because she's done so many violation of the rules of Twitch, like no suggestive or lewd content. The whole cat throwing incident, just It's just a bunch of incidences. There's a great video by Moist Critical who covered this incident way better than us. But it's just like everyone's like, yes, finally, we have achieved victory. Because Twitch is this funny website where if you like do so, like she finally got banned because the mod team is like, how do I say this? It's like so. The Twitch mod team is just unbelievably like corrupt or something. Where like even the smallest offense gets you a ban when usually it would get you like a warning or some sort of strike.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they lay that ban hammer so down. And you can't really contact the mod team at Twitch because no one knows who they are. Not even Twitch themselves know who the mod team is. Which is honestly kind of scary because it's like this secret group of people who can decide the fates of any Twitch stream they want. That's honestly kind of scary. Would you say so too, Sean?
No. You could definitely escape from being yes.
Anyways.
Look, man, alright? I cannot give opinions about anything because I am not good at giving opinions.
Well,
And as someone said from a very long time ago, my opinion is fact.
Is your opinion fact, Sean? Is it really fact?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, going on from this whole incident, let's go back to an actual. Let's go from something bad to something good. We're going to talk about another anime called Kaguya-sama Love is War, Season 2. And why this show is something you should watch.
No.
Yes. Yes, Sean.
No.
I know with the whole Valentine's Day, it's already over. But, you know, if you're stuck with, like, your boo or something, just watch Kaguya-sama and you'll see just how ridiculous love can take you. Because, to sum it up in an extent, there's this student council vice president named Kaguya, and she's in love with the student president, this guy, I forgot how to spell his name. Sean, how do you say his name?
Wait, what? The council president?
Yeah.
I fucking forgot.
I guess I'll just call him Shirogane, because, you know, that's good.
Let's just call him council president, because that's what he fucking is.
Oh, it's Miyuki. That's his name. So Miyuki, you know, he's this president. And Miyuki is this, like, cool kid. He helps everybody out. He's the student president. He's the smartest guy ever. He comes from a very humble background. And he's also in love with Kaguya. But the thing is, these two have such big egos that they cannot ask each other out. Because if one of them asks someone
ego
out,
is not technically the thing that they're after. Technically, it's weakness that they're after, but you know, it's fine.
Yeah. So basically, if one of them were to confess, it would be a sign of weakness. So these two have developed an entire mind game, hence the title "Love is War," of them trying to trick the other into confessing. And whoever confesses is the loser of this whole mind games. the show is just so unbelievably funny because it's relatable to some extent.
Relatable, wait.
In some extent, where it's like
Relatable? Are you sure? You think every single student council is just the exact same thing as freaking Kaguya-sama? Really now? Really?
no, I mean as in the whole love situation where it's like
if every single freaking council is the exact same thing as like Kaguya, I would have been in the council way before the anime even started. All right.
Sure, Sean. Let's just say that.
God.
But the show does basically what Konosuba does really well, which is making you laugh. It's really funny with its great jokes, wonderful characters. Besides Kaya and Miyuki, you get Chika, who is the secretary, who's kind of like that cheerful, popular girl, but she's also she's not really dumb, more like blissful. Like, she just doesn't know the situation.
I guess.
And then you have you have Ishigami, who's he's the treasurer. He always wants to go home, and he's kind of this idiot.
I mean, idiot is not a way I would put Ishigami. All right, he's
creepy.
Too smart for his own good.
Yeah, too smart for his own good, and too loud for his own good.
Loud is not a way I would put it, but okay.
Yeah. Basically, he's that one guy in the corner who just, watches things unfold. Is the best way to describe Ishigami. But the show itself is just unbelievably, it's just so good.
Is best boy, alright, I'm telling you.
Even the ending song with Chica is just, it's like, come on, man. That's just good songs. That's good. It's really well animated. Jokes are really funny. And plus, it can be memed so much. And I was kind of surprised that it's made by... Who's it made by? Let's see here. It's made by A1 Pictures. Now, if you don't know, A1 Pictures kind of has this,
Has this what, huh?
Has this unfavorable reputation where they're a really big anime studio, but their stuff that they made is kind of frowned upon. Kind of like, basically, they kind of make more intro stuff to anime, or kind of shallowish. For example, they've made Fairy Tail.
What the fuck is that?
They've also made Black Butler. I mean, I kind of like.
Why is the Butler black?
Butler. Okay, shut up. They've also made Blue Exorcist, which
is of course.
Shut up. Blue Exorcist. I mean, that's pretty good. Oh wait, never mind.
Exorcist blue, huh? Why is that Exorcist blue, huh? Huh?
And they also made Onaha, which is we don't talk about that.
I want to talk about it.
No, let's not talk about that.
I want to talk about it.
Don't activate my PTSD. They've made Onaha, Blue Exorcist. They also made this great show based on this light novel by Reki Karahara. It's the show about a guy who gets trapped in a video game. It's called Sword Art Online. AKA
I like
that one anime.
I really like that anime. Can you talk about more about Sword Art Online? I like Sword Art Online so much, man.
So much. Such a great show.
I love it.
Yeah. They also made 7 Deadly Sins. You're lying.
And have you heard of the 7 Deadly Sins mobile game?
They also made Erased.
I'm about to erase you.
Let's not. They made interviews with Monster Girls, Speed Apocrypha. They made some stuff that's pretty. It's either home run or a strike. That's pretty much to sum it up. Anyways, to close things off, Kaguya-sama is pretty good. I recommend it, especially if you're bored and you've already watched all the shows on Netflix. Like, how many times can you watch Tiger King and not get bored? Anyways, to close things off, let me remind you that besides the podcast, I'm also going to be having some reviews up of video games, TV shows, etc. I'll be mostly doing these, although occasionally I'll try to ask Sean if he wants to come and review things with me. But that'll be something more frequent, just so you have more content in between podcast episodes, just so we don't have like an entire month with like one podcast episode to another. There's no gap between them that's too big. So how do you want to end this off, Sean? What do you want to tell the person, the audience before we close things off? Those are some great words, Sean. Anyways, we'll see you there. Don't die of coronavirus. And most importantly, stay safe, people. See ya.
I hate everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen,